them.
Now, you're going to be a full-time analyst now. You did great work with TBS in the postseason the past 2 seasons. Give me your analysis on your old team, the Mets. Is it finally the year they're going to turn it around? Now, you gave us a shot in the arm back in the day. You brought life back to the stadium. It was electric every time you pitched. There was energy between you and Jose Reyes, and I mean, the list goes on. But is this the year, Pedro, they finally turn it, or start to turn it around? I mean, losing Zach Wheeler, very tough, but they have Matt Harvey now, and I'm sure a good friend of yours, Bartolo Colon, still pitching, believe it or not. What do you think?
I think they have the package. I don't know that they have the experience to endure what it takes. It's up to them to prove it. But first of all, they have Harvey, and they must keep Harvey. If they don't, I think the whole team can go south. David Wright is going to have to really step up this year, to stay healthy, and do the things that he's accustomed to doing to help the team. I think staying healthy will be the biggest thing that they have to do in order for them to have success all year. Remember, this is a young staff, unproven staff. Harvey, yes, he does well, but he hasn't pitched a complete season yet. So how to endure the whole season will be probably the toughest thing they're going to face, because when July and August hit, the whole team is going to feel it. So I hope that they're mentally tough to actually endure the whole season and the postseason.
Well, we know where you're going to be in July, of course. Have you started prepping a speech yet?
No, I'm drafting a little bit of the names that I want to mention, people that I can't afford to not mention because they were so influential in my career and my life as well. But I don't really want to have a long speech or a written speech. I would like to say exactly what I feel, just like I said that day that I felt like the Yankees were my daddy. So, I will say exactly what I feel at the moment, but I do have a few names that I want to mention before that night, and I have to talk about before I actually start saying how I feel.
And I can't help but bring it up, and thank you so much for joining us, Pedro. It's a true honor to have you today. Mike Piazza, for whatever reason, they still think he's linked to steroids, and I don't think it's fair. Do you think he finally gets in, maybe next year?
He was really close. He almost made it. So I don't see why not. Look what happened to Biggio. Biggio missed by a little bit. Then all of a sudden he's in with us. And I think Michael will get there eventually. I don't know what went on. I don't know what happened. So I can't really be specific about it. But I'm pretty sure he'll make it. And I'm pretty sure that with time, some of those guys will also make it.
And for our listeners, again, Mr. Martinez, thank you so much here today at ABC. We thank you so much. R.B.I. Baseball, can our listeners go online to get it as well if they don't go into stores or a specific store, or do all stores have it?
No, you can go online. You can go online and play online. So I hope that everybody has fun with it. Hopefully they won't forget about me that easy. Once they see the game, they're going to remember me, and some of the kids that never got to see me play at least get to see and know my face by playing the game.
Well, Pedro, thank you so much. As a Mets fan who was there and watching you guys, it was so much fun to be in that ballpark back in the day. Now, I'm 27. I'm still kind of young. I'm hoping the Mets turn it around, but I just wanted to thank you. And you were part of my bucket list of interviews down the road. I said, I hope I get to interview Pedro Martinez someday just to thank him for all the times he gave us as Mets fans.
Well, I also enjoyed it. Thank you guys for the time I spent there and how well you made me feel every time I went out. The chemistry between us was great, and I have nothing but a lot of respect for all of you, the Mets organization, and hopefully this will be the group of guys that will turn it around because they do have the talent.
Yep. Thank you so much, Pedro. I really appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
Take care. And that was Pedro Martinez. What else are you going to say?